This is Jim with A1 Repairs. Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. The point of the following video is to provide you an up-close view of the products that we sell, as if you were heading into our local hometown dealership to purchase one. With everybody shopping online, this is our attempt to bring you closer to the product rather than just viewing words on a web page. Please be sure to email or call with any questions that you may have, and also like us on Facebook for the latest product and industry updates. Thanks, and enjoy the video. Alright, here we have the EBZ 8500 or the EBZ 8500 RH from Redmax. Let's go over a few stats before we dive into some features on this guy. Now, the engine size on this one is cranking out 4.4 horsepower and 75.6 for the cylinder displacement of the CCs. Now, when you want to go buy a backpack blower, the way you look at a backpack blower is you want to rate it by the stats that it has. And there's two different statistics that you're going to look at when you're buying a backpack blower. That's either miles per hour or that's going to be cubic feet a minute. Now, miles per hour plays more a role when you're looking for pressure. As an example, I like to use if you're a guy that does blacktop sealing or driveway sealing. Now you get a lot of cracks in driveways that you're trying to blow the dirt out of. Now in that instance you want what's called pressure. Pressure is going to blast dirt out of a small confined area. Now on the landscaping side of things, what you want to look for is called cubic feet a minute. So cubic feet a minute is volume. So as an example, if you want to move a large pile of leaves, you want to throw as much air possible at it, like a big woof of air, versus just a small little tiny stream at miles per hour. So this particular blower from Redmax, the EBZ 8500, is the biggest one on the market that they offer. There's really nothing that competes with this right now. None of the competitors have one that's cranking out the type of power that this one is. So I like to call it the Ferrari of all backpack blowers. Now, the miles per hour that this one's putting out from a pressure standpoint, which you gotta be looking for something like that, you're putting out 206 miles per hour. The most important thing is always the cubic feet a minute. This one puts out 908 cubic feet a minute. And this is one of the blower tubes. This is the end blower tube. That particular measurement is measured right here. There's a second place you can measure the cubic feet a minute, and that's up inside of the housing. Now inside the housing on this one, it's putting out 1,024 cubic feet a minute. So if you're comparing or looking at other competitors on the market, make sure you know where that measurement's coming from. Because if they're not, usually they're saying it in their favor and they're airing up inside of here. So make sure you're comparing, like stats to like stats on it. Also, the bigger the blower, the more it's going to weigh, so that's another thing you're going to want to consider. This guy's coming in at 24.7 pounds. So those are a few statistics on the blower. Now, one of the most common questions that we get asked about the blowers is what is the difference between the EBZ 8500 or the EBZ 8500 RH. Now, I'm going to run over that real quick here for you. Blower-wise, they're basically identical. The only thing it has to do different is the type of throttle configuration that's on them. Spin this blower around so that it's facing you. Blower tubes always come out on the right-hand side. Some people will call them a left or a right-hand backpack blower. This particular model that you're looking at here would be referred to as a right-hand one. The left or the right-hand has nothing to do with this blower tube. Blower tube's always coming out on your right-hand side. So keep that in mind. But the EBZ 8500 RH, which is what you see right here, which most people would refer to as the right-handed backpack blower, the handle actually mounts to the blower tube. So you're sweeping around blowing air, and all the controls aren't going to be on this handle. You'll have a cable that'll run down the blower tubes. Here's one of the flex elbows, and then the next tube in sequence is this one, which will actually mount, the handle actually mounts to that one, and there's a pivot on it so that it moves left and right for you, so you can find that comfortable fit where you want to be. And then on the end of here is your throttle, so you can squeeze that right there. There's also a cruise control on this one. I'm going to pull a lever down. You see right there, it sucks it in, holds it consistent for you. bring it back up. The kill is also done right there as well. This was the lever I was pushing for the continuous or the cruise control, and to shut the blower off, that's also done right there. So this is what's referred to as the RH version, probably one of our best sellers. What's particularly nice about this one that you're not going to get in the other version is you can feather the throttle real easily right there. So with that gun trigger type of feel, this is just real comfortable, fits into your hands nice, easy to swing around. You don't have a lot of obstacles in your way. Reasons why guys may not like this particular version is usually more referred only to in the commercial industry. Sometimes they don't like that a cable runs down. You could catch a cable on something. It's possible. Typically doesn't happen. There are brackets that hold the cable up to the tubes. One of the main reasons why the commercial guys don't like these is what we see a lot of guys throw in the backpack blowers in the trailer. They tuck them in front of the tires when they're done with the job, and they forget that the blower's there. They pull away, or they're bringing a zero turn up on the trailer and they crash into it. If you roll over this throttle mechanism, it's pretty expensive to replace. So the only particular reason why people don't like the RH version is typically only geared towards the commercial side. So it's personal preference whether you get one or the other. They both function the same. So, but this is going to be your right-hand version. Let me pull up a different blower here. This is the left-handed version. So you're still going to get the same flex elbow. You're going to get a handle that mounts to here, but it's just a regular stick handle. It's nothing fancy. This is your EBZ 8500. And this is what they refer to as the left-hand version. Now the throttle is actually mounted to the stick right here, and that's spring-loaded, and it folds up and down. When it's on your back, it's real easy. You reach over with your elbow, and then it pops right back down. If you want to kick it out of the way, you take your elbow, you flip your elbow back up, and then that just pops right back up for you. The reason why the commercial guys tend to prefer this one is you got a small throttle cable, which isn't apt to catch anything, and this is also spring mounted. It can take a hit. It's designed to take an impact, and that's what's nice about it. Or you're taking the blower, you're gonna throw it onto the trailer, you fold that back up, you put it on the trailer, you're driving the zero turn up, you can crash into it. They're designed. It's designed to flex. It's designed to move. One of the downsides, or one of the reasons why sometimes I don't like this one, is if I'm in a tight space in between a house and a boat or something when you're using it, is now you got two items in front of you. You got a blower tube on the right, and you got a throttle on the other side. The throttle's on the tip of here, and that's how you operate the throttle right there. It is a continuous throttle all the time. So whereas with the RH version, you kind of had a gun trigger. So if you want to throttle this, you can feather it, but you gotta keep moving it yourself. So, but it also, what's nice is if you we sell these sometimes to guys that are doing fire work, clearing fire trails and that. What they like to do is they'll like to just go ahead and floor them, flip them up, get them out of the way, and then they go out and clear the fire trails, and so it just runs continuous all the time. The kill switch is also on the end of this handle right here. It has this little red button, which is right here. You just press and hold that right there, and it'll kill for you. Pretty simple. So that is the difference between the EBZ 8500 and the EBZ 8500 RH. So RH will be the right-hand throttle. The standard EBZ 8500 is going to be the left-hand throttle that's going to be on your hip. All right, let's poke and prod this backpack blower a little bit here, and let's go over some of the features. Now, they made enhancements to the 8500 and the 7500 blower in the last couple of years. One of the things they did was they increased the blower tube sizing. When you comes with a couple different pieces right here. First, you got your swivel joint right here. This is going to swivel when you're operating the blower. Next is you got your flex joint right here. So that's another flexible piece right there. And the next is you'll have your pipe that the actual that the handle is going to mount to, whether it be the RH version, which is what you see right here. That's got the throttle on it, or the standard EBZ 8500 will just have a regular handle that mounts to it right there. Then there's two blower extension tubes. Depending on the height or how tall you are, sometimes guys won't use the one in the middle. When you go to assemble this blower, one quick tech tip is spray silicone, just regular silicone from an aerosol can, Armor All, or any type of Windex or something when you're putting these together. Just or even just water if you have it. Just makes it a heck of a lot easier to put those in there and twist and lock into place. So one of the enhancements is they did increase all of the sizes of the tubes on the 7500 and the 8500 blowers. So much larger tubes. Let's take a look at the back of this guy right here. Heavy duty padded shoulder straps, and they do replace relatively easy. You know, if you put a lot of commercial hours on them, you will start to wear out straps over time. There is a nice, comfortable padded foam backrest, and you'll see there's some slits that are cut inside of here. This blower actually sucks the air in from the sides, gets it into the impeller, and then launches it out the tube. Well, what it does is it sucks air through this backrest. So on a hot summer day when you're sweating and working out there, it is really nice. It sucks the air right down your back, and it helps cools you at the same time. So that's what's really nice about that. On the side, you'll see there's heavy duty intake vents. This is where all the air is getting sucked into the blower. Make sure that you're not neglecting the blower. You don't want this to get clogged up with leaves. You can cause the blower to over rev, or it's not getting good air intake into there. So just make sure nobody's neglecting it when they're operating it from that standpoint. There's heavy duty rubber vibration mounts positioned all throughout the blower, and that is really nice for getting or reducing operator fatigue or all the fuzzy vibration that you're going to feel on your back from the engine. What that does is it allows the actual frame to be independent from the engine. You see that move right there. You can see how you see the impeller moving here different from the frame. This is a blow mold frame. You see right there, plastic, nice heavy duty. It's not cheap plastic that's brittle that likes to snap easy. So very heavy duty frame on it. Oversized gas tank. It's very important, especially on a big blower like this, big engine, 4.4 horsepower. You're going to go through some gas if you start, going out there using this for a couple hours at a crack. Easy to fill too. It's on the angle right there. Your choke positioning is right here. Whenever you go to start a backpack blower, you can't start them on your back. You always got to set them down. So, but the choke's right there. So you take the blower, set it down, get your choke. It's an infinitely adjustable choke, so it's not like there's 5 different positions. You can kind of position it wherever you want. The purge primer bulb is right underneath here, where my finger is there, and then there is a yellow return line, so you know when you've got it primed and got most of the air bubbles out of there. There is a standalone unboltable recoil, and it's just got 4 screws right there. Easily comes off, easy maintenance. If you ever need any parts for the backpack blower, just give us a call. We don't always have all the parts listed online. We mail out parts all the time. Just call into our phone lines whenever the store is open by business hours. We do ship out parts, so if you need anything for them, we have quite a few in stock. So let's take a look at the air filter housing on the top here. You got 2 big screws holding that on. Alright, there are 2 filter elements here. First you got your paper filter. This is a nice pleated filter. See all that? Nice heavy duty filter right there. There's also a pre-filter on here. It's going to come out of the housing right there. This you can wash and clean. It's a dry filter. Don't put any oil on it. When these get real bad, you got to replace them. So one thing that is particular about the EBZ 8500 that none of the other blowers have is it kind of has like a mini turbocharger on it. Now what this particular blower has, you'll see these 2 little hoses coming off the top right here. That funnels into the top of this air filter housing, into these two spots right here. You see them right there. And what that does is, as this unit is revving up, it takes air from the impeller, forces it into the air box, which forces it down the big snorkel into the carburetor, which increases the airflow into the carburetor. So kind of like a mini turbocharger, but that particular feature is only available on the 8500. So that's one of the reasons it helped increase the power output, which makes it pretty much the biggest backpack blower on the market that everybody's trying to compete with. So you got a strato charged engine inside of here. Alright, the EBZ 8500 is pretty much the Ferrari of all backpack blowers. It's the biggest, baddest one on the market right now at the current moment. And plenty of rumors floating around about it, about what it can and what it can't do. A few that we like to recite from time to time, take them with a grain of salt for what they aren't. But a few guys say that you can take 3 bags of mulch like you buy at a gas station. You take the blower tube, point it at the bottom one on the edge, lifts them like a hovercraft, and you can actually slide them around the parking lot. On a relatively smooth concrete floor, you can put a cinder block down and actually even slide the cinder block a little bit across the concrete. So it is a very productive blower. I can honestly say it just about replaces a rake. It has no problem moving sticks the size of my thumb, you know, as long as they're not 20 feet long. So it's definitely a tool you're going to want to have in your arsenal. You know, the bigger the better, I always say, with the 8500. You'll be amazed at what you can do with it and how much easier it's going to make your job out in the field. Now, this comes standard with a 2-year commercial or residential warranty. There is an option on the consumer or residential side. If you purchase a 6-pack of oil, you get a 3-year factory warranty for free. It doesn't cost anything extra. Or if you purchase 3 of their pre-mixed gas oil fuel cans here, they'll take you out to a 4-year warranty. And that's a factory warranty. So thanks for tuning into the A1 Repair YouTube channel. This is the EBZ 8500 or the 8500RH. And if you got any questions, shoot us a message or email us on our webpage, and we'll be happy to answer them for you. Thanks.